Hello Dreamers, this is Rob with AVDreamer, and today we're going to do a overview and a review of TDG Audio's newest flagship signature series in-wall speaker. It is the IWLCR-66v2, so let's check it out. So this is the new flagship signature series TDG Audio. I'm just going to call it the 66v2 speaker. And full disclosure, I am a TDG Audio dealer. As you've watched some of my other videos, I've installed many TDG Audio in-wall speakers, and for good reason. They offer a awesome product for the money. You know, they don't pay me to do this, to do the reviews, and I don't get to keep these speakers, so they did send these to me so I can give you guys my honest opinion. So I've had these speakers for going a couple months now, and now the first thing you'll notice is that they're not mounted in the wall, but I'm not really set up to mount these in the wall, but I still got a pretty good sense of what they sound like. First thing you notice is their size. They are considerably larger than most in-wall speakers, and the reason they do that is they can offer you a full three-way system, which is not real typical in most in-wall speakers. Most in-wall speakers are just a two-way type of system. The other thing you notice is that it has this unique tweeter. This is their premium ribbon tweeter, and for those of you who are not real familiar with ribbon tweeters, you know, basically it depends on the company, but this particular tweeter offers a very smooth high-end frequency, but it's also designed for high output, so you can really crank these puppies up. And I will say I did have these, I watched a few concert videos, and they do put out some pretty clean, crisp, clear audio out of these tweeters. Now on the rest of the speaker here, the overall design, you've got two 6-inch woofers, and these are pretty heavy-duty woofers. They handle quite a bit of power. You got a 4-inch mid-range here. I think the speakers are rated anywhere from 30 watts to 150 watts, and I'll go over that here again in a second. The other thing you notice too is this is a solid steel frame going around this thing, and I will say this speaker is really built well. In fact, if anything, it's overbuilt. Very thick gauge metal. These little round things you see here are magnets, and this is the grill I just got sitting off to the side here, and these magnets are serious. I mean, once that grill is on there, there's no way, you know, if you got little kids or anything, there's no way they're getting that thing off the wall. You know, I had to basically use two hands to get it to the grill to come off. So if anything, these magnets are even a little bit overkill. The grill here is a really solid, stiff steel grill, so like I said, lots of protection. You will not have any issues, you know, if you got kids playing in the house. If they bounce a ball off this thing, it generally is not going to hurt it. So I mean, that's a very heavy grill. These speakers do weigh in at a hefty 33 pounds a piece, and one of the reasons for that is it has a ultra high density MDF sealed box in the back of this, so you know, you don't have to worry about how your wall is going to affect the sound quality of speakers, because the box is tuned to the speakers, and I'll tell you, they do sound really good. You know, the bass on these only goes down to about 60 hertz, but that's what you'd pretty much expect from an in-wall speaker. If you match these with a good quality subwoofer, you're not going to have any issues. And TDG Audio does make some very nice in-wall subs as well. So I think they have a single 10 sub, and they even have a dual 10 sub that is matched to look, or it's matched perfectly to these, and they look very similar. So who is this speaker for? This is for somebody that really wants to have a high-end premium in-wall speaker, but doesn't want to deal with towers or cabinets. They want a very clean room, very clean space. You can easily mount these behind a transparent screen, or audio transparent screen, or you can have one to the right, one to the left, and then one behind the screen. Or if you've got the space, you can have these all like one underneath the screen and then one on the right and left. This tweeter definitely has enough output that with a little tweaking in your room correction software or your equalizer, you can easily tweak it and get plenty of high-end frequency out of this. So this speaker probably works best for movies. I really enjoyed watched several movies with this. The audio was crystal clear. You know, I didn't find at any time that the speakers were really struggling in any areas. The highs were pretty clean, really clean. The mids were crystal clear, and it had some pretty decent bass as well. Again, having these matched with a subwoofer will make all the difference in the world. And if you do it right, or your room correction software is good, it's going to work really well with most subwoofers on the market here. Musically, I enjoyed these as well. I listened to a few music concerts videos, as well as some CDs, and I really thought these sounded great, especially with acoustic guitar. I was quite impressed with the quality that these put out with acoustics. You know, I didn't really listen to a whole lot of rock and roll or anything like that, but I think most people that are going to use a speaker like this are going to use it in a dedicated space for movies primarily. So the other thing that is kind of nice with these particular speakers here, and I'll throw a video or a screenshot in here, is that it has a 5-way binding post on the top of the speaker as well as the bottom of the speaker. And you don't use them both at the same time, it's one or the other, but this gives you the ability to orient the speakers, you know, so you have on the right side, you have the speaker on the right side, and you can flip the speaker over and have the tweeters facing on the left side. Now, these speakers are designed to mount in this vertical position. They're not designed to be turned horizontally. So just keep that in mind if you are planning some space for this. And I will throw the specs up on the screen here at some point, so you can, or you can just go to tdgaudio.com and they have the spec sheets there as well. So these speakers are designed to fit between the standard 16-inch on center wall studs here in the United States. Maybe a little different in other places of the world. And you got these little holes here that are designed to bolt directly into the studs, and then even give you some holes up top here if you want to add some cross beams supports. Like I said, these speakers weigh 33 pounds a piece, so they're fairly heavy, but they're very easy to install. You just cut the sheetrock, or a hole in the sheetrock. You just slip them in there, bolt them on in, and away you go. And the depth of these is approximately 3.5 inches, so it'll fit nicely inside a wall cavity. So again, with that back box, you do not have to worry about how the inside of the wall is going to affect the sound quality of the speakers. And then on the sides here, you can't really see it right at the moment, they have these little rubber strips that help insulate the box from the studs in the wall, so you don't get any vibration sounds or anything. So once you slap that puppy in the wall, you just stick the magnets on, you're good to go. Now, I hooked these speakers up a couple of different ways. I wanted to try them out with a lower end receiver, using internal power. I used a Yamaha, it's about $1,000 receiver. It's their Avantage line. Had very good results with it. It's run about 120 or so watts per channel, and I thought that receiver ran these speakers rather well. So then I wanted to step it up a little bit, and I thought, okay, well, what happened if I put a 3-channel amplifier on it? So I went from about 120, 130 watts to a 225 watt Anthem 3-channel amplifier, and this is a $2,000 amp. So I thought, well, my amplifier power and the quality of the components, step that up a little bit, and I hooked that up to the Yamaha, and again I noticed a noticeable sound improvement. But I did not I didn't think that the Yamaha sounded bad in any way. It sounded very good, but when you add more power, you know, you get increased dynamics, things that are just a little bit smoother. And just, and plus if you want to turn it up a little louder, you're not gonna have any issues there. So then I wanted to step it up again, so I took the Yamaha receiver out and I put in an Anthem MRX-720 receiver, and I hooked that up with the Anthem 3-channel amplifier. So then Anthem receivers, those retail for about $2,500, so I know that the processing power in there is going to be quite good. With the new Genesis calibration control software, which is all done via laptop, which gives you a lot more control over the audio. So ran the calibration software with the system, and again noticed another improvement in sound quality. And I'm not sure if I've even topped out as good as these speakers can actually sound, but I figured $2,500 receiver with a $2,000 amp, that should probably give you a pretty good idea. We should probably about reach the limit of the sound quality of this, and it sounded awesome. I mean, the movies were dynamic. Do they sound as good as high-end tower speakers? Yes and no. I mean, they in the mid-range, the high-end, certainly mid-bass is great, but of course they don't have the low low-end frequencies. But again, this is an in-wall speaker, so you wouldn't really expect that. As long as you have a couple of really good quality subs and you got them blended perfectly, they're going to sound awesome. So but I really did enjoy my time with these, and I would definitely consider putting these in my own theater. It's just this particular house is not, I don't really have that option, but maybe in the future when I build a home, or when the next client that decides they want to build a theater, and we might talk them into putting a pair of these in there. Now these speakers, I'll tell you, for the money, these are excellent quality speaker. These are manufacturer retail on these is $1,300 each, and $1,300 is no slouch. It's still a lot of money, but there's really nothing else in this price range for a premium in-wall speaker that has a sealed back box. Usually you can't really find a speaker that has all the features that this does, especially with the ribbon tweeter, in that price range. Typically they're quite a bit more money. So the other thing that I love about TDG Audio is the lifetime warranty. So you have any problems with their speakers, they'll actually pay a tech to come out to your home and replace them free of charge, which, that says a lot about a company when they're willing to back their product with that kind of a warranty. That's an awesome deal. So, so if you're thinking about doing some in-wall speakers and you want something a little bit bigger and more robust and in the premium level, because these are audiophile grade type speakers, I would definitely consider a set of speaker like this. Now TDG Audio does also make another speaker. It looks almost identical to this, but it has a soft dome tweeter. I believe it's a silk tweeter. It has a little bit of different type of sound to it. So if you like the sound quality of a silk tweeter a little bit more than a ribbon tweeter, then I would definitely consider that. And at a little bit lower price point, I believe, too. Yeah, so that wraps up my review and overview of the TDG Audio IWLCR-66v2 premium in-wall speaker in their signature line. And if you want more information on these, you want to read up on them, again, tdgaudio.com, or if you have any questions, reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you out in any way I can. Give you give you an idea where you can even make a purchase of these speakers if you're interested. So that kind of wraps it up for today. So if you like what you saw today, please give me a big thumbs up and hit that little bell notification. That helps my channel out quite a bit. And leave a comment too if you'd like, and subscribe. That helps me out quite a bit. I've got some more equipment, some nice equipment coming in here to do some more overviews and reviews on. So until next time, keep dreaming.